school system, what would be the message conveyed from his book to the youth growing up today?
Well, that you can succeed without, and I don't even want to say taking the easy way out, because I wouldn't call that life an easy way.
Absolutely.
But you can succeed, and you can take care of your family. Hey, not everything, everyone's not going to be a multimillionaire,
right,
in the world. You have to work for what you can get and take care of your own.
And that there's no easy way out.
And there's no easy way to make it.
Right.
You make it one day at a time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I mean, we took Angel from when we bought the company he worked for with Joe Masseri, who, if you read the book, is the guy who really helped him, break out.
Right.
And after Joe had passed away, we took Angel and put him as a plant manager of a fledgling company that we had started.
Wow.
Unfortunately, that company did not succeed, so it wasn't Angel's fault. It was
right.
just really ours as managers. The product itself wasn't ready yet.
Right.
It's now, and that's funny because now it's out in the world.
What is that?
It was taking paper and forming it to look like plastic. It was called Nache. And you take real fluffy paper and putting latex in it, and you put it in a form, and you heat it instead of like a plastic where you see like a gift set of perfume with all the plastic in there. Yeah. It would all be paper. So it's more recyclable and everything else. But we were on the leading edge of it. People weren't ready for it yet within the industry, and that's why it didn't quite make it. But now I see it all the time.
Wow.
So it's interesting to me, to see that something that was so, we tried so hard to work in, and what it was, and Angel was running our production for us, and
that's wonderful.
Doing a great job. And then he came over to our company, the General Fiber, and we really didn't have something for him that really fit him. So he went out and started into sales, selling dyes, and sold dyes to us for a long time. And I started the dye shop. That's how it all worked out. So we wanted to do it ourselves. We didn't want to have to pay for the outside. So when Angel saw Angel saw the machine that we bought in order to make our own dyes, he's like, "What's that?" You know what that is? He's like, "Dang," I said, "Well, sorry, man. It's the way it is, because I have to make it myself in order, to help us." So, but we've still always remained friends. And
so, what would you like to say about Angel? How would you describe him?
I don't know, probably one of the most caring individuals that you've ever met. Really, you can be real with him all the way down to any topic. Nothing's off limits. So I guess that would be, what I'd say. Just a loving, caring guy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it straight from Angel's friend and co-worker and boss, Stuart, and he's supporting this man as today it's all about Angel, and the name of the book is Rise to Grace, and it's a very inspirational story. We're broadcasting from the Hue-Man Bookstore in Manhattan, Harlem, and you could Google that. That's because I'm old and I don't remember the exact location. So you can just Google that. That's the new.
And 4319 Frederick Douglass Boulevard.
Yeah. Oh, you must have put it in your GPS. But anyway, we want to thank you, Stuart, for coming and sharing your testimony on Angel's special day, and we want you to continue being a great family man and businessman as we see you are. And thank you so much for being on the Urban Forum. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for being on the forum. Bye-bye. All right, great. Again, this is Urban Forum. I'm your host, Silky.
And I'm Paul Wayne.
And we're here at Hue-Man's Bookstore, and we are having an exciting time. Angel is here signing his book, Rise to Grace. This book is very inspirational. It's inspiring. And the Urban Forum family knows that Angel's already been on the show, and he talked about what inspired him to write
and
this
we
book.
will be speaking with him later.
Yes, we definitely have to get him
on the
on the
platform. We want to big up
platform.
Chill Lover and Jade in the place. Not because we're in a new place. We haven't forgot about you.
Yes,
because y'all
no,
make this
didn't.
happen, right? Okay. Jay's like, oh, is he going to ask me to
She's
come
like, no,
on?
don't turn the camera on me yet.
Never.
No,
Yeah,
I love
we
her.
won't do
She
that
just
to
will
you.
not
She's
go
so cool.
in front of the camera.
Yes, so we have all these beautiful people here, and I don't know if anyone wants to come and share their experiences or talk about.
Well, we're going to get them as Angel signed their books, and he's going to let us know who he wants us to interview. So with that being said, we're here at Hue-Man's Bookstore. We are on Frederick Douglass Boulevard, and come on out and cop this book, Rise to to
And if you
Grace.
can't come out, just like Google Human's Bookstore, look at the list of books they have, and you will see this book, Rise to Grace. It will be there.
And I know Angel also has a website as well, and we're going to
And
get
his
that.
name is ANGELHUERTAS. Angel Huertas.
He pronounces it so well. I'm
'Cause
like,
I
I
took
really
Spanish.
don't. Yes, you keep saying that.
Yeah, I'm proud of that. I was taking it from I was like 7. And I
7?
switched to French.
Right.
Yeah. Because
And
by
then
the time I came here from Jamaica, I already knew enough Spanish.
And he's
so I
also from
switched-
England as well, so he's very well rounded.
I speak English, yeah.
So this is Urban Form. I'm your host, Silky. It's Paul Wayne. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Crank it up and piss off the neighbors. You got your radio locked on to the hottest station. And piss off the neighbors. You got your radio locked on to the hottest station.
Welcome back to the Urban Forum Show. We are excited. We're here at Human's Bookstore with Angel.
Angel Huertas. I took Spanish.
He keeps telling me, but I have to tell
Angel Huertas.
Huertas to pronounce his last name. Yo, y'all, welcome back to the ride. We welcome you for being here. We have two of Angel's longtime friends, Jason and John.
Yes.
And they've got their books, Rise to Grace. You want to show them that? They're Angel's book, Rise to Grace. So tell me, John, you said you read the book.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I read the book,
What do you?
yes.
Just give a synopsis of what you think of it.
Well, you know, it
Lift your mic up.
oh, okay. Yeah, it the book you know is a little rough read, you know, but again, you know, we're talking about you know, a situation that Angel went through and got through it and came out of it and really turned his life around, which you know, it was I say a miracle.
Yes,
that
you're
coming
right. It's a
from-
miracle.
Coming from what he went through and you know what happened to him, and you know if you read the book you'll find out, and it's just for him to turn out the way he turned out. It's really like I said, a miracle. So yeah, the book is well worth reading. You know, I enjoyed it, and you know,
You enjoyed it so much you came and got another copy?
I came and got a copy. Yes, I did.
Oh, wonderful.
They have the hard copies.
It's really nice too. You know, I don't know who actually did his cover, and I'm going to. Okay, the photo cover is by Frank. I'm not going to even try to pronounce his last name. Don't even do that. Chop up his name. But actually, on the cover of the book, it's a cross with a hand reaching out. And that's very inspiring, just to see the cover of this book with the cross and the rise to grace. And it's a genuine street story. Jason, what do you think you're going to get out this book?
Well, when I do read it, I know what I'm going to get out of it because I've heard all the stories firsthand, and they are rough, yes. And you know what? Angel went through it all, and is only going up from here. And you know what? This is the first thing of many things that Angel is going to do with his life. So please go out there and support him, buy his book, and you can turn your life around too. It's never too late.
Great. That's a great testimony. That's it. Because that's what it's about, man. It's about uplifting each other, helping each other through hard times, and using our life stories to inspire everyone else to have a better life. So,
Urban Forum's platform, and our platform is uplifting others, is uplifting you. So
Yeah.
That's why, you know, when we first heard about Angel and I had the opportunity to interview him, this is the second time I've interviewed him, it was like, yo, you fit right in. Because this is the message that we're trying to convey to our community and to people, you know, that we need to begin to start supporting each other. And, you know, everyone don't have it easy. And there's some people who have struggled in their life or took negative venues to support themselves. But once you come out of that, I think it's like an obligation to give back to the community and let people know, especially our youth, that, you know, if you decide to go that route, because you can't be stopped, but know that there's a consequence to that. What is something that you think that you can do from reading this book to get the message into your community?
Just go out there and tell the story and, you know, pick people up basically when they're down. Everyone has their own situations going on. You know, they may not relate to the book, but, you know, it picks you up when it's a positive outcome. And you see other people have been going through the same stuff that other kids are going through. So it helps out. It's positive. So.
That is really good because that's what it's about. And the outpouring, I mean, you have people coming in from Long Island, from all over to support this man. So, in truth, this story and Angel himself must be tremendously inspiring.
And he must have touched a lot of people in order for them to come out to do this.
I keep looking back there. I feel the energy. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you know, and he's interacting and talking with people. So that's how you know everything's coming from a genuine and organic place. And we want to thank you guys for, you know, supporting him and being a good friend to him over these years. And we just got to continue it, you know, in our communities and so forth. And we just want to thank you guys for being on the Urban Forum.
Thank you guys, Urban Forum.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Bye-bye.
We have Chill Lover sitting over there to the right of us.
Okay. Yes, and we are, listen, the crowd is the line from Hue-Man's Bookstore. If anyone knows about how big this bookstore is,
it's a human line.
It's a human chain. Oh, you know what? It's so funny that you say that. I watched this movie called Centipede over the weekend. It was so gross. But this guy was killing people, right? No, he was kidnapping them and making them into human centipede. I don't know why I just thought of that.
But I want to thank you for, like, enlightening me on the Matrix. Because it's been, like, how many years? And no one could ever explain it to me. You're the only person that could ever explain to me, so I could have some semblance of how to approach watching it. But I guess I must say that's your artistic muse coming out. Because, you know, and that was
well,
really
when I
great.
first saw that movie, I had to watch it 3 or 4 times in order to get
I've watched
the meaning
it 10
of it.
times, and I still
You still don't know what it means
until
it's
you
about
told
the
me
dreams.
just now.
It's about where things are taking place. Is it really? Are we living in that dimension? Or is there another dimension that we're living in and we're being pulled into it? You have to watch that movie.
Because you know what? I mean, it's because I'm still not convinced that us being here right now is not
really
a dream.
real.
And then when we lay down and, you know,
that's our life.
I'm not convinced yet.
Well,
I'm really
that's
not,
deep.
because I'm not convinced, and I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not even gonna lie.
That's
I'm
a
not
deep
convinced.
thought.
I'm really
but you
not
know what
convinced.
though? Some of my dreams seem so real. Like I wasn't kidding and I think you know about it.
When David was talking, Castro, Mr. Castro.
David Castro, when he was speaking about his book and about dreams, like I have. That's my phone. These dreams where sometimes things come to me, you know, and when I wake up, I'm like, ooh, and I call my sister and I'm like, Renee, I had this dream about. My sister think I have some special powers.
Man, I wish you could have the special power when the lotto goes up the next time.
You know what though?
But you know what?
The
It's
lotto
not made
that we
for
just.
that.
But wait a minute, no, it's not true. Because the lotto that they just had for the 375, I had 3. I dreamed those numbers. I kid you not. I dreamed those numbers, but I only played 3 of the numbers that actually hit. So
speaking of dreams, you know what? Like as far as dreams are concerned, I did realize too that I have some kind of supernatural
I think we
in
all
terms of. But I said, you know what? It's not for me to tap into or whatever. Because guess what? I was laying beside someone one time, like my fiance that I was living with at the time, my daughter's mother, and we, you know. We live together and we get along really well. We're the best of companions. And I realized that I got into her dream because the next day I asked her, what were you dreaming? And she told me, and I got into it.
Really?
And I figured out how, and I just left
But
it
you know
alone.
what that's about, though?
No.
When 2 people are together, they develop a spiritual connection.
Exactly.
And, like, sometimes I can feel certain things, and I'm like, oops. You know, like, it's really, really weird. And I was like that with my husband, my ex-husband. Like, I knew something was, like, he had got hurt really, really bad. And I knew something was wrong. And not only that, but he would call me at a certain time of the day, and da-da-da-da. And when he didn't call, I said to his aunt, I said, something is not right. She was like, oh, he's just running late. I said, no, something is not right. So she was like, he'll be home. He'll be home. So an hour went by. He didn't come home. 2 hours went by. I said, look, I know something is wrong with him. But that's because we had that connection.
But
when a man and a woman are together, they establish that spiritual connection.
But one of the main things about dreams, though, and like in tapping into the supernatural that I realize is like, I just let it run its course. I'm not going to run and tell someone, don't do this because of that. Don't do this because of... I just let it run its course. But every time it does happen, I'll be like, I'll sit there and be like, oh, so what I thought, it did happen. You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to mess with the will of the Lord, with the Most High. So anyway, chill.